Moving on, President William Ruto has announced that his government intends to borrow from within and cut on external borrowing. Speaking when he attended a church service at the Faith Evangelism Ministry in Karen, Nairobi, President Ruto said the government will be borrowing money from the savings by Kenyans at the National Social Security Fund, NSSF. This is after the government increased the NSSF deductions from the initial 400 shillings to a graduated amount of 12%, which 6% will be deducted from the employee and a similar amount to be contributed by the employer. Jeff Kirui with the details.
As pressure mounts on President William Ruto over the rising cost of living, the head of state is banking on, among other aspects, cutting external borrowing and instead utilizing Kenyans' savings to improve the economy.
We were not in good space in terms of building our savings. In fact, they told me, which is true, our savings as a percentage of GDP is below 10%. Savings in other jurisdictions is 25, 30, 40. In fact, in China, it is 55% of GDP. So, they told me we have to change this because part of the challenge we have of borrowing is because we do not have savings. Therefore, we go to borrow from others.
After assuming office, President Ruto pushed to increase deductions towards the National Social Security Fund, NSSF, where employees contribute 6% of pensionable salary and the employer contribute a similar percentage. The amount that Ruto says the government will access in his efforts to cut on external borrowing.
The money we saved in NSSF, and Raymond would know, is about 350 billion shillings in the last 60 years. But because of the new formula that we have agreed and we have begun implementing the last 4 months, we are going to double that money, the 350 billion. We are going to double that money in 4 short years. And in a very short while, maybe 10, 15 years, we would not need to borrow from elsewhere. We can borrow our own money as Kenyans.
According to President Ruto, the government, through the Affordable Housing Project, hopes to address the unemployment problems amidst the high cost of living.
It wasn't so much about the houses. It was so much about the jobs for the young people of Kenya. We have never had a comprehensive program, deliberate, intentional, to create opportunities for the young people of Kenya to have a job, to have an income. I'm very happy that this time round, we not only have a plan, we have clear interventions, we have money to do it, and we have a clear plan.
Jeff Kirui, KTNU.
Moving on, the government will press on